Raised by some Zulu lions, taught to seek dangers, brave and defiant, boy, the Lord was doing favors, blaze through the fire, yeah, we had a few, lost a few wages, still coming rampant, misbehavior, flavors, still coming anti-up, rebelling with my ravers, still don't give a about who be the latest.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. But today, two AFC teams set to do battle. It should be a good one, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the New York Jets. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone.
McCole Hardman on the return. The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. On first down, Rodgers taking a deep shot here for Hardman. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Mecole Hardman, 53 yards. And the Jets go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From his end zone, here comes it. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out. I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. A gain of 32 that time.
And you'll find some version of this play in just about every playbook in the NFL. It's an X-post cross. So on play action, you let the X receiver get downfield and start working right to left across the formation. What a beautiful throw, and it all comes together for big yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. ETN up the middle to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Lawrence. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Straight ahead, ETN. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. The left side completion to Jones. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Jones, 33 yards. And the Jaguars are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, oh, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. 7-7, our score after one.
Score tied 7-7.
Second and 11 at the 41. Rodgers now to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Able to find Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That goes for a gain of 31.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. He's got it. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Jets have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover it, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Kirk. Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 4. Another tote for Etienne. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. They'll run with Etienne. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
They go play action now. Lawrence. That's caught inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne there to make the grab. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll be out right at the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Rodgers. Trying to lay one up deep. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
On play action, Lawrence.
And got his man, complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Caught by Jones. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they get it rather easily there. A gain of 9 on 4th and 3. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35.
Now Lawrence to throw.
He'll find Jones again, complete. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Got his man. It's the tight end Strange with it. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Lawrence going to throw again. Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Lawrence will throw. Touchdown! Evan Ingram from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Here's Hall again.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
They'll run with Hall.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall
his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Jaguars take over first and 10.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they'll have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. First and 10 here. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On second down, a run with ETN. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter. Maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Lawrence. Oh, he had to force it there on fourth down, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Here's first and 10.
First and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Now Rodgers. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And this is one of those gotta-have-it drives. You can't start much better than that. Big yardage there. And just as important, he's able to get out of bounds. And now, that changes everything.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Looking for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They took a big shot there for the end zone, and if he finds a way to come up with it, that might be your game winner. But it was not to be. The coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Under 90 seconds to go. Here's second and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
What can they draw up now? Time to find out on a 3rd and 8.
26.
Rodgers to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
McManus's point after is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. That's caught by Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 41. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Can't we score? Hey, Lion!
So it's the Jaguars who come away with a win, and they got a solid outing here from their quarterback, Charles, and that's, of course, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, he was just on target all afternoon with 3 touchdown passes. They couldn't find a way to stop him, and ultimately, he guided them to victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.
On top of that, she good for me. Made me want to say